I love a gray day when it comes to the 2025 Volkswagen Atlas Peak Edition, done in pure gray for the first time here on the channel. And with this gray, you have gloss black, you have orange, you have everything that you guys are going to need for this off-road appearance package that's going to give you goodies like the tow hitch, 4Motion all-wheel drive, and everything you guys are going to need inside and out to get throughout your day in a Volkswagen Atlas. So with no further ado, let's take a look at this for the 2025 model year. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rise. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video for the first time where we have a gray, pure gray 2025 Volkswagen Atlas Peak Edition. Yes, the Peak Edition is back for 2025, and we've had the avocado color, we've had it in white, but we have not yet had it in pure gray finish. And with the gray, orange, and black accents all throughout, inside and out of this thing, it looks stellar. We're gonna talk about this, see what it's all about for the 2025 model year, see if you guys love this spec as much as I do here at Volkswagen Brandon in Florida. Now, per usual, big shout out to Volkswagen Brandon in Florida for letting me take a spin around this 2025 Peak Edition. Now, if you guys want this model or any other model that they have here in their lineup, well, make sure you guys check the link down in the description below for the website link and their phone number so you can give them a call and get one of these beautiful cars into your driveway today. Now let's talk about power when it comes to the Peak Edition, because based on the SE trim level, you're looking at a front engine, all-wheel drive 4Motion, 6-passenger wagon with a turbocharged intercooled DOAC 16 valve inline 4 with an iron block and aluminum head and direct fuel injection. Now that is going to give you 269 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque paired to the 8-speed transmission, which is an automatic. Now this automatic transmission will help rocket you from 0 to 60 in 7.3 seconds with a quarter-mile time in 15.4 seconds, 0 to 100 in 17.7 seconds, and a top speed limited to 117 miles per hour. Now, when we mention dimensions for the Peak Edition, we're looking at a total wheelbase of 117.3 inches with a length at 200.7 inches, a width at 78.3 inches, and a height at 70.4 inches with a total curb weight of 4,630 pounds. Now we're peaking in pure gray for 2025. This is the first time we've seen it in pure gray, and it looks quite phenomenal. Let's talk about up front for the Peak Edition, because you won't notice much of a difference when it comes to this trim level. Now for the Peak Edition, this is based off of the SE trim level. Now we do have 4Motion all-wheel drive for the setup and a tow hitch. We'll talk about that in just a moment, but this is not the top of the line when it comes to the overall Atlas moniker, because then you're talking about the SEL Premium R-Line Black. So with the SE trim level, it gives it some extra flair when it comes to this appearance for the Peak Edition, inside and out. Let's talk about up front, because you will see the LED light bar with the illuminated VW logo up front. We'll see that in just a moment, and you guys will see that we have that flowing seamlessly from the top straight into the DRLs, or the daytime running lights, and then the switchback LEDs right there with the high beams, low beams, all of that we will see illuminated when it comes to the IQ lighting. Now with that said, you will also see we have a chrome strip right through the middle here, and then we have gloss black along the rest of the moniker when it comes to the grille, and a feed through right there as well for cooling. Now you will also see gloss black on the lowers that feeds right into the boomerang style when it comes to the side blades here, and you guys will see that done in a dark aluminum trim with the plastic cladding there as well. Same with the dark aluminum trim on the lower half, and then you guys will see the honeycomb style grille with a feed through. It is functional, all right. It is there for style and functionality, and that lower lip done in that dark aluminum as well to help mesh everything together. Take a step back, look at it all. Pretty good looking when it comes to the front end of the Peak Edition. Now when it comes to the side profile of the Peak in pure gray, you're gonna notice a lot. First thing you're probably gonna see are the 18-inch wheels that come with these all-terrain cross-contact tires from Continental with the VW logo front and center. This is what you're gonna notice for the Peak Edition, because these are done in black. Now you will see the plastic cladding carrying over from the front around the wheel wells and down the side skirts with, again, that dark aluminum finish, because we're helping protect the paint. Now when you take this off-road, you're definitely going to want that plastic there versus a fully painted body when it comes to that setup. Now, with that said, the Peak Edition will also give you the Peak Edition moniker from the front fender right into the door, showing you what trim we're working with here today, and then gloss black mirror caps for the Peak Edition as well. Now, you will also see black when it comes to the window moldings and the B pillar and C pillar, and then you'll notice black when it comes to the roof rails as well, and a big glass panoramic roof done in black. All right, with that said, you also have the shark fin antenna done in black and a pure gray spoiler with the black side blades. So then you put it all together and it looks phenomenal when it comes to the Peak Edition, when it comes to the side profile, and when it comes to off-road goodness with some style and flair. Now, if you ask me, my favorite part of the Peak Edition is the rear, because not only do you get that beautiful light bar going across with the IQ lighting, well, with the moniker, you get gloss black with the underlying all the way through the length of the light bar with the Atlas logo and the VW logo front and center, and then keeping it going, wrapping around to the other side, flowing with the rest of the lighting units for the IQ lighting. That just looks cool to me. All right, I love that. You can cover the entire length of the rear, and it just gives premium, it gives technology, it gives class. Now, you have 4Motion, means all-wheel drive, SE, because that is the trim level this is based on. You look up, you will see the third brake light integrated in there as well for the spoiler, and then come down and you will see where you have the rear diffuser. You do have a tow hitch, 5,000 pounds of towing when it comes to the 4Motion all-wheel drive setup, and you guys will see that dark aluminum trim with the red reflector. Again, when it comes to symmetry for the tail lamp bar and for the third brake light, you see it all here with that kind of honeycomb pattern here for the rear diffuser, done in the plastic cladding, and the Fox exhaust tips done in chrome to give it a little bit more styling. Putting it all together, it's just a cool moniker. The whole livery looks really sick when it comes to the rear of this Peak Edition. Now, we have to talk about cargo for the Peak Edition, because remember, this is a 3-row SUV. So with our first row or third row folded up, you guys will see that we have around 21 cubic feet of space. Now, if I were to fold these seats down and leave out the third row, well, then we would have around 56 cubic feet of space. Now, if I were to fold down the third row and the second row, we're gonna have a whopping 97 cubic feet of space with these rows folded down. That is insane. So hey, those off-road adventures, you're gonna have plenty of room to stow. Now, you guys will see we have our accessories here when it comes to the rear. All right, we have little extra storage pockets on the side, all right, each side here, and we do have the cargo mats help protecting everything. You're gonna definitely want that. And you do also have a false floor under here, all right, where you could have a spare tire, and you can have your tire jack, inflate kits, everything like that to get you back on the road safely. All right, so with that said, it's definitely put in a good package here when it comes to the cargo area here and everything when it comes to storage. Now, if you wanted to fold these seats down, these are probably the ones you're gonna fold down first, because you need that extra space right here. All right, click that up, easily fold it down just like that. So there we are. All right, so it's an easy fold down for you, and if you want to pull it back up, guess what, with the strap just like that. So they make it quite easy for you, just in case you needed to do that. When it comes to fuel economy, you're looking at 20, 18, 25. That means 20 combined city and highway, 18 for the city, 25 for the highway, and regular fuel can go inside of this Atlas Peak Edition. Now, as promised, let's take a look at the illumination when it comes to the LED light bar, going from one side to the next, lighting up the VW logo front and center, and then you guys will see that light bar seamlessly flow into the LED running lamp with the switchback turn signal coming down the side and the front of these LED headlamps, and the high beams and low beams here with the reflectors as well, looking gorgeous when it comes to this lighting element setup. Now, with that said, we do have also a turn indicator in amber on the black mirror cap, and then the LED light bar when it comes to the IQ lighting in the rear, looking just as spectacular. When you see that black strip go through it as well, the contrast just looks amazing going from one side to the next of the Atlas. What do you guys think when it comes to the illumination for this 2025 Peak Edition? Now, let's check out this beautiful interior, because to match up with the pure gray paint, you need something special on this Peak Edition, and we have it here. Titan black leather at orange stitching and gray inserts all throughout this thing. Look how beautiful this whole moniker is when it comes to the Peak Edition. First, let's start at the door paneling here, because we get a checker pattern when it comes to the top And then around that, you have the aluminum door handle there too as well. You have the gray inserts done in perforated leather and regular solid leather at here when it comes to this whole setup with the stitching there as well. The armrest here as well as done in the soft touches with orange stitching. You'll also see your trunk release here as well, speaker grill, your window controls and mirror controls there. And then we have the side sill right there, done in aluminum. The dead pedal, brake pedal, and gas pedal in aluminum with the rubber grips. And then the Atlas mat here, done with the monster mat there to help protect the carpet. Now, looking inside, you will also see tons of space through the central tunnel here. And then those seats, perforated leather, heated and cooled, diamond pattern. I mean, these are so lovely. I love this colorway. Now, let's step inside. Close her up. Let's talk about what we have here when it comes to this Peak Edition moniker. Because, you know, the seats and everything, you're definitely going to notice that for the Peak Edition. You'll also notice the Peak Edition moniker right here and the steering wheel. And then we have the backlit. You're not going to be able to see it right now because it needs to be dark. But the backlit Peak Edition moniker that lights up right here on the glove box, or over the glove box, shall I say. So you'll notice things like that. You'll also notice that we have orange when it comes to our instrument panel here as well in the Peak Edition. So those are some things that will set it apart from a regular Atlas, especially an SE model. Now, with that said, flat bottom steering wheel, all right, dark aluminum trim as well, with again that Peak Edition moniker. And you guys will also see that we have our driver assistance controls, radio controls here, radio controls here. We do also have our voice controls and our heated steering wheel. And we have right here our view, all right, or configurator when it comes to changing things on our digital instrumentation here. As you guys can see, I can go left and right, change whichever information I want there. I can press view again and completely change it up when it comes to the overall look. However I want to change this, I can. And this is also another Peak Edition exclusive screen. And as you guys can see, it says Peak Edition right there. So this is really cool to be able to do that and give it an even more, you know, just kind of an even better flair when it comes to just making it even more special. I'll say it that way. I couldn't get the words out right, but just making it more special, just those small things matter. Now, with that said, you do have power shifters mounted to the steering wheel, so you always know where they are. Telescopic steering wheel as well, manual adjust, so I can move that wherever I like and lock it into place. We have driver assistance controls on the very end with the high beam controls, and we also have our windshield washer controls there. On the left-hand side, we have our touch sensitive panel when it comes to our light there for our light bar and for our low beams there as well, with our max front and rear when it comes to our HVAC. Now you also see that checkered pattern carried over with gloss black through the bezel, going over the instrument panel, right past this 12-inch touchscreen, and then going over the glove box with the gloss black all the way through, and then gray accents all the way through in the inserts with the perforation and stitching there as well. And again, that moniker shines right there with the glove box, giving us tons of space there. And then let's talk about this central tunnel here, because, well, right under this, we'll get to that in just a moment. We do have our wireless charging pad, 2 USB-Cs, and a little extra storage right here with this big central tunnel wrapped in a black leatherette with orange stitching. We also have gloss black for the surface level with the cup holders there. We have our key fob here, just in case you want to know what those look like. So gloss black with chrome surround. Regular Atlas key fobs, but far from regular, because you guys will see that we do have our gloss black with chrome and our panic button right here on this side with our start stop button. We have lock, trunk release, and unlock right there. So we have all the good stuff that you guys know and love when it comes to the key fob. We do have our engine start stop in aluminum there. All right, we have drive selector here between drive, neutral, and reverse. Reverse is obviously going to give us our good views when it comes to checking out our surroundings. You'll also see that we have, if we put it in park, electric parking brake right here. So lift that up, and there we go, electric parking brake, push it down, and we're off. We will also see that we do have extra storage. Big armrests here done in the black leatherette with orange stitching, and then inside USB-C plug-in with a ton of space. Now, I did mention we have a big panoramic roof. We do have one touch closed and one touch open when it comes to our glass and sunshade right on the top there. SOS, dome light, all that is up here as well with the sunshade visor, and you also have the light and mirror there as well. And again, I mentioned this 12-inch screen, but there's a couple of things that we need to do to get on that as well. First, I forgot to tell you, we can cover up that lower section as well. And then we also have our hazard buttons here as well. But we have assist, all right, for our driver assist here. If I want to press P for park, we do have our parking cameras, and we can do our views there when it comes to doing everything to seeing where we need to park. Now, with that said, you will also see climate for climate controls. All right, so we have our smart climate smart climate, classic climate, and air care with heated and ventilated seats there as well. And then you guys will see mode for drive mode selector between eco, comfort, sport, custom, off-road, and snow. Now, with that said, let's talk about the system. We know it, MMI system, touchscreen here. It is gorgeous. It obviously works very well. And with that said, the graphics are great. The whole setup when it comes to ease of use is phenomenal. As you guys know and love this system, it is one of the best in the game when it comes to these Volkswagen models, and you can do everything you need to do here. Vehicle I always like to do because it gives you your 3D vehicle model here. All right, so I like to see that because, you know, it just is cool. And then you have your heated and cooled seats here as well. All right, for some hot, quick controls, quick keys. And then you have a touch sensitive buttons right here for the sidebars where you guys can do your HVAC here, all right, or you can do your radio controls right there in the middle, or you can turn it off the screen as well. So again, all the stuff you guys know and love when it comes to technology is in this SE Peak Edition, and Volkswagen did a good job setting this whole thing up. This is ready for off-road adventures, but it's also ready for adventures on the pavement. Let's talk about the second and third rows of the Atlas Peak Edition, because we have 53 cubic feet of space when it comes to the second row. So there is a ton back here. All right, so you guys will see perforated leather, diamond pattern, just like up front, orange stitching, titan black, and you have your gray accents all throughout as well. You have your cargo mats, and as you guys can see, stepping inside, I have plenty of knee wiggle room. Storage on the backrest of the driver's side. You see the orange stitching, which is really nice. And then storage on the passenger side as well. You will also see an LCD screen when it comes to your HVAC. And you will also have two USB-C plugins with 115 volt. Now we do have room for 2 more passengers with a nice armrest here, and cup holders will be there as well. Look up top, a lot of natural lighting when it comes to that panoramic roof. And then when it comes to the door paneling here, well, you will see that we do have a sunshade here automatically, all right, or it could be a privacy shade. I can put that down as well. You guys will see our checkered pattern when it comes to our overall bezel in the door. You will also see aluminum trim when it comes to the door handle. You will see in the door cards perforated leather here with the stitching there too. And then you guys will see soft touches on the armrest with the orange stitching there too. Now, if I were to get out and I want to go into the third row, well, I'm looking at 39 cubic feet of space back here by easily just doing one of those, and there we are. And we get the same materials, but the leather is not perforated, it is solid here when it comes to the seat, but still the same diamond pattern, the same stitching, the same accents all throughout here. And you can sit 2 very comfortably back here with some extra storage and cup holders right there as well. If you guys can see that, some more storage back there as well. I mean, this is a great place to be, even in the third row of this Peak Edition SUV. So let's do a sticker breakdown of the 2025 Atlas Peak Edition in pure gray exterior and black leatherette with orange interior stitching. Now you will also see HP automatic with Tiptronic and 4Motion all-wheel drive when it comes to our transmission, and that will give us a $46,655 starting price. But after a few options, what we're looking at with the 1425 destination charge, $49,871. Now, how did we get there? Well, let's talk about it. Now, the print is a little messed up on this side here, so you guys aren't going to be able to see much at all. So I'll read it to you. The pure gray exterior paint when it comes to this exterior is $455, but the interior is no charge. Black leatherette with orange stitching is free. Now you have the auto-dimming rearview mirror with HomeLink Connect, 4 years, that's $405. The monster mats with the heavy-duty trunk liner, $296. The VW Care prepaid scheduled maintenance for that contract is $295. The Volkswagen logo for the front door pedal lights, set of 2, $230. If I can kind of read that, it's all jumbled up. And then first a roadside kit is $110. So sorry about the print there. It's a little like messed up and it blends in together, but definitely check the link in the description below so you guys can get the full sticker breakdown once you visit VW Brandon's website, because you can see things like the performance, the exterior, the interior, safety and driver assistance, technology and convenience, all of the standard equipment. You can see that full breakdown, especially when it comes to the warranty at 4 years, 50,000 miles. But with that said, what do you guys think about this Peak Edition done in pure gray? So at $49,871, how are you guys feeling about the Peak Edition in pure gray? What do you guys feel about this moniker? Drop those comments down below. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video today, well, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. But also make sure you guys check the link in the description, again, for Volkswagen Brand's website, so you can get one of these beautiful cars, check out their inventory, give them a call. They got the right one here for you. Now, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, but click the notification bell so you don't miss one video, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.